Well, that was awful. I'm never going back down there, that's for damn sure.
With things like that wandering around, you couldn't even if you wanted to.
Well, you know, I thought we might have died the first time, but running through the tunnels, I thought we did pretty good.
Aren't you optimistic? There were a few times I was sure we were done for.
Has Aelfric yet returned? We must present the chalice to the church at once.
Yeah, I bet he'd like that.
You're all safe. How could you sneak off at a time like this?
Underground? But we are underground. Anyway, things are bad. Really bad. Some strangers from the outside have kidnapped Master Aelfric.
Yeah, I'm sure he's kidnapped.
No, it cannot be true.
It happened as soon as he returned from the monastery. Bandits were lying in wait.
Damn it! How could this happen?
This was clearly premeditated. I am certain it is connected to the bandits we fended off earlier.
Have you alerted the church?
Not yet. It all happened so suddenly. Do you think we should? Can we trust them? If we cause too much trouble, Abyss is doomed.
Now isn't the time to worry about that. We're in no position to cover something like this up. The church has eyes and ears everywhere, so they may already know what's going on. Either way, go and tell them the news. Now.
Sure thing. Understood.
Also, if anyone was wounded, send them here. We'll patch them up with healing magic.
I think we have a few spells left.
Where's Happy? And Linhardt?
Happy, wherever
Were they
did
making
you
out?
disappear to? Aelfric has been...
I know. Take a look at this.
What's that? Looks like some kind of fancy letter.
That's because it is. It was lying in the classroom. We have abducted Cardinal Aelfric. We can guarantee his safety, for now. If you want to help him, meet us tomorrow evening in the ruins of the old chapel. Bring the chalice. Know that if you alert the knights, the Cardinal's life will be forfeit.
Uh-oh.
No doubt about it. This letter must have been left by the people who abducted Aelfric.
Then our enemy really is after the chalice. All the while, they were waiting for us to locate it for them. No, something about this does not ring true.
None of it rings true. So which part in particular are you talking about?
How did the enemy know that we were searching for the chalice to begin with? This
That's
can
what I'd
only
like to
mean
know.
that someone in Abyss is...
You smell a rat. Someone who notified the church of our plan. It's no good talking about theoretical rats right now. First, we have to deal with the problem at hand.
Too true. For once, you are speaking reasonably.
Theoretical rats. Is that like a band name or something? You know, I cast suspicion on Aelfric before this, but then they announced the Cindered Shadow characters for Fire Emblem Heroes, and like I saw a picture in one of those like Fire Emblem channels that, you know, posts. I don't think it was Fedison or anything, but it was one of those. But it was like that, and it had him like doing like an evil, angry look. So that pretty much confirms it. Oh yeah, also one of his quotes. Well, I figured that I saw this one later, even after that, and so this is probably does count as spoilers. So like, close your eyes for a little bit if in case, for some reason you haven't, you know, don't know this. Maybe. Anyway, but like one of his quotes is like, "Wouldn't you bring someone back to life if you could," or something like that. So I don't know if he's trying to resurrect the goddess like what the apostles were before, or if it's like his wife or something. Like he's Monica and Orson or something.
If you ask me, we can't expect to just mosey on by, hand over the chalice, and make it out alive. Nothing sounds better than saving Aelfric and roughing up the jerks who took him. It's just, well, as the relentless king of grappling, I'll be fine. But I'm worried about the others.
Oh man, that looks so cool.
Okay.
The Ashen Wolves are strong, but I don't think even they can do this on their own. You'll lend them a hand, won't you, Professor? Please, save Aelfric.
Yes, of course I will. That's Children, huh? Home where? I thought this was your home.
It's gotten pretty dangerous around here, so we've sent all the children back to their homes. I hope Aelfric's all right.
Is that person like shoving her around? I know I want to get. Well, let's
Please
see what
come
everybody
again.
has. Let's put it this way. I want everybody to have at least 3 heals on them. So we want her to... So we can trade some things around. Like, if somebody has a lot of them, we can start there. Like, see, it doesn't probably need the concoction. So we got that taken care of. I don't think we'll put Lindhard in a dangerous situation, so I doubt he needs a concoction, but I'll have him hold one anyway. Especially since if he waits, he gets healed. That's interesting. Let's look at this order. We have the Ashen Wolves, but then we have her first, then Dimitri, then Claude. I guess Claude makes sense to go last, because apparently he's extremely unimportant to, like, basically any story, except maybe, you know, the yellow house. I'm not sure, but, she's probably, yeah. Let's trade potions. Okay, so we want to buy like 2
Welcome.
concoctions then.
This one? Thank you.
We might want to have like 2 of those on hand just in
Thank
case.
you.
Surprised I haven't done any shields, but I guess it's because I'm saving my
come
money
again.
just in case
Welcome.
we need to
This one?
buy weapons, because that's more important, of course. I'm gonna sell that Venom next.
Thank you. This one?
That's, well, I mean, there's always like a boss that it could be useful against, like that has a lot of HP. But it's not like I can't see that happening. But well, anyway, we have a lot of money now, so. Oh wow, we have a bunch of concoctions in the storage too. I didn't think about that. I guess I shouldn't have bought those. I should have looked at the inventory first. Oh well. We have plenty of money, so we don't have to sell the Venom Axe right now. We can always sell it later if we really need to.
Please come again.
Yep.
Hey there.
Let's take a look here.
Is this it? There you go.
He's still good, apparently. She still has plenty of her weapons. His weapons are still mostly pretty good. We could probably do his steel bow. Wow, 10. I think I'll just either repair that or buy a whole nother one. Okay, that only needs 3 and 455 gold. I think I should probably save the smithing stones. We'll see how expensive buying a new one is. Make sure we don't have one on hand, although I don't think we would do, because we don't like find weapons on the ground or anything. He should probably get one too.
Welcome.
We might get a killing weapon for somebody sometime. All things considered, this isn't too expensive for what it is. Like for 25 Levin sword uses, that's pretty good. We might get that for someone, but maybe not right now. We might want some like hammers too. Let's see, 910. And then there's silver. I don't think we need any silver. Maybe at the end game.
Will this one do?
1800. I think, yeah, that's actually not too bad.
Many thanks. Come back soon.
So let's give that to them. We could sell what they have, but might be better to use the rest up. The uses, I mean, of the weapon. Where's Claude? There you are, you Claude. It seems like there was a situation where I wanted somebody to have... I suppose he could use an extra weapon. What's he good with? If anything. Let's see, axe. Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't given him an axe, and he's not too bad with a sword either. At least give him the kind of sword. I mean, it's E+, but...
Welcome. Come back soon.
What kind of sword can he get? Yeah, he can use iron. That's pretty good. There's no reason to not give him the nice, maybe we should give him the venom axe. How does it compare to iron? Let's just take a look at the damage. It's probably not very... Oh, wow, it's the same as an iron axe. It's probably less... No, it's just as accurate. Okay, it weighs a little more. I think I'll just give him the venom axe. Because it's basically like an iron axe, except it also poisons them. It just costs 1 extra weight. Wait. Okay, so then he just needs an iron iron sword.
Will this one do? Many thanks.
Let's see, anybody else like that? I guess he could use a sword, but I guess he can also use an axe for that matter. If I were to do that, I guess I'd give up the mini bow. I'll think about him later. Ash is just pretty good as an archer, though. I don't think he really needs any other weapons. Especially since I think he's kind of squishy. Okay, I think we're good on weapons now. I don't think I looked everyone over just yet for durability, but so far it's pretty good. Yeah, okay. Oh, one more thing.
What do you require? Farewell.
Alright, we're not doing too bad on cash, all things considered. Well, it's hard to tell. This kind of a story could last a lot longer, but given how much has happened in the past couple of parts, I can definitely see how it could also be 6 chapters. Like, the story could definitely start to wrap up soon. Like, we're gonna go save the guy, and then it's gonna be like, oh, something happens, and then we move on to someplace else, and then it's done. But we'll see. It still doesn't sound like it's quite right. There's definitely so much more I think they could do if they wanted to.
We were hoping the chalice would protect Abyss, but it's the reason Aelfric got captured. That's ironic. The people here really adore him. I'm sure they'd appreciate our help getting him back. Then again, are we getting too involved? Maybe we should leave before we make things any worse.
I think it's more like we gotta make up for, you know, messing up from earlier.
The identities of the cardinals are a closely guarded secret of the church. Yet Aelfric's status was disclosed in that letter. Could this signal a power struggle within the church? Or perhaps that's what they want us to believe. Either way, we should pay close attention.
That's what they want us to think. I really like her, like, stalking things.
Perhaps.
I get. Are those just like regular pants? I don't know.
It all happened so fast. They forced their way in and took Aelfric. There was nothing I could do. We all wanted to fight, but Aelfric stopped us.
Of course he did.
Always thinks of others first, even if it means sacrificing himself.
Makes you want to get a nice drink, eh? I guess he doesn't talk about alcohol every chapter. All right.
Aelfric is a prominent figure in the church. If the Archbishop hears what happened, she might send the Knights of Seros. That'd make things complicated. Folks down here don't trust him.
Hi, Looney.
I was speaking with Happy earlier, and it dawned on me that she may possess a unique crest.
Oh, you think?
Perhaps it's linked to the 4 apostles. If so, then in the chasm... No, there isn't enough to back that up.
The chasm.
Oh, sorry, Professor. I need to think on this longer before sharing my theories.
I don't know. I think maybe sharing it could be helpful. Like maybe I could add some input to either confirm or deny if it's the case. There's nothing going on in here. For what it's worth,
Hey,
I'm
you,
a failure.
listen up. I've got something to report. And it's me. I'm a failure. A farce. An insult to the noble title of Abyss Keeper. Master Aelfric's done so much for me. I wanted to pay him back one day, but instead, I let this happen. I'll never make this up to him. I'm disgusted with myself. Don't look at me, I'm a monster.
Yeah, you basically suck. You should just kill yourself or something.
I see. According to the legend that Aelfric shared with us, the chalice has the power to bring back the dead. Are his captors hoping to resurrect someone? Or perhaps they simply intend to sell it for an exorbitant payoff.
So it turns out old Aelfric is a cardinal, huh?
I thought we knew
Hard
that.
to imagine such an important figure getting abducted. And whoever took him somehow knows we have the chalice. I bet they know how to use the thing, too. I doubt they just plan to decorate their mantle with it.
Or at least we knew he was real important. I ain't too familiar with Catholic like language, I guess you could say. So I'm not quite sure how important that is, but I guess that's the step below Pope or Archbishop in this game's case. Unless there's someone above Rhea, but I doubt it.
I have seen nothing.
I don't think
I
so.
have been here, in this place, where I always am.
You cannot think it was me who did something. I am full of innocence.
That sounds awfully defensive. On the other hand, I definitely believe you when you say you haven't seen anything.
Rhea.
The leader of the group that took Aelfric. I've seen him before.
What did he look
wouldn't
like?
hesitate to slaughter an entire town if he stood to gain even a little by it. His laugh chills me to the bone.
Is it like or something?
No.
Let's see.
Perhaps. Might I have a word? It concerns the blackguards who abducted Aelfric. I alluded to it before, but I sincerely believe there is a spy in Abyss. We're in agreement then?
Something
Yuri is
like it
exceedingly
anyway.
devoted to his friends, but there are times that he can be a bit too trusting.
I thought I might have heard something to the effect of. I saw this in like a post somewhere, probably on YouTube, because it's all I ever go to. But something about Yuri betrayed the group or something, so maybe this is involved. But
We've got to get Alfie back. I was abducted once, when I was younger. My captor used me as a test subject in her twisted experiments.
Is that
Maybe
how
we can
that
just
happened?
Give them the chalice and they'll release him unharmed.
Or she was trying to figure something out because of her crest.
Things were dicey for a bit there. Gotta say, I'm relieved that no harm befell anyone in Abyss. I've made sure that the elderly and children are hidden in their homes. They need to stay safe. Nothing right now, but I might call on you for a favor later. So that's the deal. People are safe for now. But I can't shake the feeling that something's just off. All we can do at this point is focus on the problem staring us in the face.
Yep.
What?
It's funny how there's like this whole fortune teller character, but seems extremely unimportant.
Really?
Well, I say character. I guess I mean there's a room right here. But we've never seen the Wayseer. Wayseer. She's not that lady in the like that one religious place, and she just happens to hang out there when she generally prefers it there, but then just comes out here sometimes to actually do her work. I don't know. I don't think so. Her name wasn't Wayseer, was it? Like, people come here, but as far as we're concerned, this may as well not be here. Hasn't done anything, at least not so far.
Aelfric's been taken hostage. Who could do such a dishonorable thing?
I
It
don't
doesn't
know.
matter. Abyss needs him. We've got to form a rescue party. I
Yep.
just hope we're not getting in over our heads. We don't exactly know what we're dealing with.
And on that note,
We really lucked out there. Fewer injuries than I would have expected, and most were minor. I suppose the only conclusion we can draw is that they really were after Aelfric all this time.
Perhaps they were instructed to avoid unnecessary casualties.
Is that Aelfric guy really a cardinal? Are the secret cardinals really a thing? I thought that was a myth.
Hard to believe. Did you folks in the Ashen Wolves know that?
No, that's news to me. The identity of the Cardinals is top secret, even within the church. He never would have told us something like that. Oh, except maybe Yuri.
He and I talk about a lot of things. But right now, I'd say we have more important topics to discuss than his title. Aelfric's been kidnapped. What are we going to do about it?
Even if it is in the name of rescuing him, We simply cannot hand over the chalice to those scoundrels.
Let's just give them the thing and be done with it.
Professor, I came as
hi,
fast
Eloise.
as I could when I heard the report. I had no idea you'd be here.
Is this loud, excitable knight a friend of yours?
I don't know this man. I'm just gonna say that.
Professor, I love a good joke myself, but that one was rather cruel, don't you think? Now, about Aelfric's kidnapping.
Poor Eloise.
Since he's an important member of the church, we must use any means necessary
So is he
to
gonna
find
be playable? I doubt it.
That said, most of the
He's just
holy
here for
knights
story.
have been deployed to deal with the Western Church. Sure.
Oh, so it's
but
at that
any
point,
knights
huh?
are better than no knights, yeah? I like your attitude, though I'm still embarrassed that we're not in full force. But hey, at least we're quite forceful.
Here, take this letter. We believe it was left by whoever kidnapped the cardinal. In it, the enemy clearly spells out their plan. They're after a chalice that was hidden beneath Abyss.
A chalice, A chalice? Ah, do you mean the chalice? But no, why would it be there? I've never heard anything about it being stowed away in Abyss.
Then this is gonna come as a shock, pal.
What in the goddess's name? Is that really the chalice from the legends?
How can
the
you tell?
probability of that is unassailably high. Yes.
It was guarded by a bunch of giant creepy toys. There was powerful magic protecting it and everything.
If you say so. Wow. That means the story about the chalice being bound was true. Well, what's done is done. Oh, but I guess it's not done just yet. I must report this to Lady Rhea at once.
I thought you were here to help. I guess he's gonna send a messenger.
Cindered shadows. Betrayal.
Ooh, betrayal. Was that a chapter name, though?
So that
Oh,
is
hi,
what
Rhea.
transpired. This is indeed the Chalice of Beginnings. It matches the descriptions and the few records of it that remain.
Don't beat around the bush. What's our punishment?
You removed a most sacred treasure. Truly, it is my obligation to mete out punishment for that transgression. However, you also helped the church locate a valuable artifact. In light of this good deed, I shall forgive the bad one. I do wonder. I am wondering whether your presence had anything to do with the artifact's unbinding, Professor. As per the Church Chronicles, the four apostles secured the chalice with powerful magic. The only way to release the chalice is by using the four crests passed down through their bloodlines. However, given the special power you possess, perhaps you were able to unlock it yourself.
Perhaps.
There is no knowing at present. For the time being, I will keep the chalice somewhere safe. As for Aelfric, I assure you that the knights will find and return him in due time. I consider him to be one of my many children, after all. I will not allow harm to befall him.
Lady Rhea, might I ask a moment of your time? We cannot be expected to give up our endeavor. The enemy stated most clearly that if the knights are involved, our dear Aelfric is finished. We owe him so much. If there is any possibility that his life is in danger, the risk is too great to chance.
True. The knights are strong and all, but they're liable to get him killed. We can take care of it, with Chatterbox's help.
Cool.
Our professor has the strength of 100 knights. Or about 1.5 of me. We've got this. How about
Wow,
it, Rhea?
that's nice of you to say.
We've been through too damned much to get here. Leave the chalice and Aelfric to us. You won't regret it.
I think she meant, Blondie on the left when she said Chatterbox, I guess.
Lady Rhea, please.
If you join your power with theirs, yes, perhaps there is hope. As you wish, I shall entrust you with the chalice.
Your Grace, the chalice is a legendary treasure. You can't just hand it over to those underground...
That is quite enough. There is no cause to worry, I assure you. There will be no further discussion on the matter. Even if we lost hold of the chalice, it would be impossible for the thieves to make use of it. Though it was created to return a life that was lost, I doubt that anyone alive knows how to accomplish that feat. If someone were to successfully replicate the ritual, it would perhaps be the work of fate.
Hey, boss. Been meaning to ask. How'd you end up down here in Abyss?
What is this? Some sort of interrogation?
Yeah, you've never been big on sharing. I mean, you know all about me, and there's still so much I don't know about you.
Look, I get it. Talking about the past isn't easy. But I'm curious, yeah? So get to it. I've got all day.
Do you now? Well, I guess now's as good a time as any to tell you. I'm here because I killed some people from the church.
That cannot be!
Originally, I attended the academy as Count Ro's adopted kid. There came a point when the church ordered me to wipe out some members from my old gang. Told me it was part of some important mission.
Who is this old gang you speak of?
They were nothing more than common thieves to someone like you, Constance. Anyway, they're like family to me. So naturally, I protested my orders. Things got pretty heated, and, well, the rest is history.
That's some story, pal. You're damn lucky they didn't execute you.
You're telling me. Aelfric stepped in and implored them to spare my life. Told them to consider the circumstances. It's not so different for the rest of you. I'm sure he helped all of us out in different ways.
He did. I was about to be thrown in the monastery's underground jail. People thought I was dangerous, what with my gift and all. It's dark and dingy here, but it sure beats a prison cell. Elfie really saved my neck.
Back to the point. Balthus, what was it you were so curious about? You had ideas regarding why our enemies may be clawing after the chalice, perhaps?
No, nothing like that. But I am hung up on something Rhea said. That binding on the chalice was linked to the four apostles, yeah? I know I've got Chevalier's...
Sorry, but mind if I cut in?
What is it? Can't you see we're busy?
I can, but I just remembered something. Something important. Specifically, the names of the apostles. Oban, Chevalier, Noah, and Timotheus. The four apostles whose bloodlines were lost to time. I figured the Ashen Wolves might have thoughts about all that.
No use hiding it now, Constance. Let's lay all of our cards on the table. As for me, I've got the major crest of Chevalier. When I enrolled at the academy, the church ordered me to keep that tidbit to myself. So I did.
And I've got the major crest of Oban. Never did sort out how it is I have this thing.
As for me, the blood of Saint Noah courses through my veins. This is kept hidden, even from the Empire.
Which probably means mine's from Timotheus. I do have a vague recollection of being told my crest is rare.
So the four crests, which were presumed lost, have all been gathered into the same house.
All thanks to our buddy Aelfric, it would seem. And now Aelfric has been abducted.
Suspicious.
Why could that be? If it was the chalice they were after, they could have stolen it from us without the need for anything sly.
Maybe someone had it out for him. Or maybe he messed around with the wrong people.
Or it could just be unrelated entirely. We're trying to untangle this mess by tying more knots into it. I mean, Balthus, you landed here on accident, didn't you? It's not like that's linked to the rest of us. And I could just as easily have never ended up down here, you know? You're jumping at shadows.
Maybe.
Anyway, we don't have
Maybe
time
somebody's
for this.
pulling the strings
Let's get our
behind
act
the curtain.
together and head to the chapel ruins.
Like, Rhea would know about all of their bloodlines. Because they enrolled, so she had to have all the papers and, well, we know there's someone who he wants to return, just saying. So, I mean, Ansi's, gave us back the chalice, and we're going to, like, take it down to the, I assume we're going to do all the hostage negotiations.
Professor.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay, so they did that twice, because we had 2 chapters in a row. But, that's really interesting. Weird, but interesting. I'm just saying, it's certainly... Well, anyway, I figure we're going to go down there for the hostage negotiations or whatever. And that will mean we'll have that in the bloodlines. Well, and there's also the fact she suggested that Byleth, maybe his presence made that a possibility because of what's unique about him. But she was probably, trying to keep it hushed about, all of their bloodlines because there were a lot of other people present. Because surely she has to know. But I'm surprised they didn't have any questions about that. Because, they figured out together why we could have unlocked that. But then you'd think they would be like, so why does she think Byleth has something to do with it? It seems like that's a detail that they, just brushed over for convenience. Because it actually doesn't have much to do with the story. Even though it seems realistic that they'd ask about that, especially since we're putting our cards all on the table, like they said. Not that Byleth knows everything about his past. Anyway, let's move on.
Huh. I can't believe my wild hypothesis was correct. I may not look it, but I'm shocked. It's like casting a line and thinking you've landed the big one, but then you reel it in and it's set it.
What?
Okay, that was a weird analogy. The point is, I'm very, very shocked.
Maybe it's because I'm looking from an outsider's perspective, and this is a story, and things just align in stories. But it seemed kind of obvious, especially given how we were able to unlock it, like I've been chatting about. So it's like his hypothesis had to be correct, and the proof is we were able to get the chalices.
Is Aelfric an enemy or an ally? He's worked tirelessly to protect Abyss for years and years.
Well, that's interesting.
Yet, had House Nouvelle not met such a terrible fate, I would never have come to Garreg Mach. And Noah's bloodline would never... Can his kidnapping really be a simple coincidence?
Is that hers? Or... It seems like she's thinking some thoughts.
I suppose it's all out in the open. Now you know just what I'm capable of. The church would have destroyed me ages ago if it wasn't for a certain someone having my back.
Yeah, 'cause he needed you, maybe.
It's a debt I intend to pay, no matter the cost.
I see. So he really means no matter the cost. So he's gonna pay him back, for saving his life by getting us, helping us get him the chalice. But I guess that's what that's all about. Of course, it just so happens he's needed to unlock it, so maybe he hasn't put together that he's just being manipulated.
My head's gonna explode if I keep thinking about all this.
Hence why he's gonna have a heel turn later. Once Aelfric's gonna be like, "Can't you see? I was just using you," and then it's like, "Oh no! Now I'm gonna turn against you." And then he said something.
The 4 apostles. Finally, it makes sense.
You don't even know what I was going to say. Nobody likes a faker. We go to all that trouble bringing Lady Rhea a priceless artifact, and not so much as a thank you?
Wow, she's short.
We had to release the binding and everything. Well, I mean, it kind of released on its own, but still! Let's wrap this up and head home, so I can get some quality sauna time. Hilda needs a steaming.
The other thing that seems odd is that we only have our... I mean, I understand why they do it for, like, a game balance reasons and all that, but, you'd think we would have brought more members of our houses. Like, now that we know what the important things that's going on, what's his name? What's his name? I mean, I know him, but, Hubert. You'd think Hubert would be all up over, like, trying to keep Edelgard safe. Now that we actually were able to return to the monastery and come back, but you know they got to keep it the same characters. No real additions because the levels would be all mixed up, and they framed this game around these characters. Like they made sure we had at least one good healer and all that, balanced it that way.
To be honest, I'm surprised Lady Rhea was so willing to just hand
it's
over
kind
the
of
chalice
weird.
like that.
There's all kind of
Doesn't
weird
the
things
church
happening.
Consider it important? I know she said they wouldn't be able to use it, but something doesn't feel right.
Yeah, it's all weird, isn't it? Just like you turn the corner and bam, Seteth's there, holding a fist or something.
Okay.
Hey!
I guess the kids returned home. I guess they consider it to be safe again.
The Ashen Wolves can take on anything. They'll make sure it all turns out okay, won't they?
Well, they'll try, but no one's
The
invincible.
surface people who took Aelfric away. But you're from the surface too.
I don't
Maybe
understand.
only some surface people are the worst. Anyway, good luck.
Yeah, good luck. On the other hand, we also have plot armor, so there's that.
Hey there.
Yuri somehow always keeps his cool. He's closer with Aelfric than anyone, so he's got the most reason to be upset. I'm sure he's just really good at hiding the same feelings we're all having.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't try to, well, I guess we did come back to the town, so we could have cut the last episode then. I know, we already did all our armoring.
So it is.
Lost crests? Aelfric's objective? Since our journey's outset, the mystery has only deepened. Ah, please, forgive me. Musing aloud isn't going to get us anywhere. For now, let's finish our preparations. I fear a battle is imminent.
Those lost crests. They must all have their own relics, don't you think? But before we dig into a new mystery, we better figure out the ones we're already
Of the
working on.
emblem?
I have a theory, but actually scratch that. No use guessing when our answers await at the chapel ruins.
Yeah, I guess so. Come to think of it, what is the fire emblem in this game? Is it Byleth's, Sword of Creator? Fascinating.
The descendants of the four apostles. Fascinating. To think that their bloodlines carried on in secret, right under our noses. One was even disguised as imperial nobility. House Nouvelle was thought to be descended from St. Maculo, but that was a fabrication. How did they manage to avoid detection for so many generations?
Who knows? I guess if Rhea has been alive all this time, she knows all that, and she was looking for opportunities to use the chalice, then she would know how to, manage that, as one single entity.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. Guess that's pretty usual here. Maybe it's not worth reporting. Nah, tried it on, doesn't feel right. In any case, about Master Aelfric. Bring him back to us, okay? For my part, I'll look after things down here. If our enemy shows up, I'll stay by my post. I mean, I have to eat and stuff, but I'll come right back. Count on it.
You could have someone bring you food. But I guess he does have to go to the toilet too. How do they do that around here anyway? I guess they could go into the river.
Please. Maybe you think this is a bad time to talk about what we drink down here. But I'm gonna anyway. See, the problem isn't in the local ingredients. It's what's getting shipped in that's the issue. With the right equipment, we could probably make our own. Cut out the need to import anything. Hell, maybe we could even export some of it.
Yeah.
As soon as Aelfric's back, I'm gonna see what he thinks of the idea. So, make sure Aelfric comes back safe, alright?
Okay. Guess that's one reason to do too. Is that the rogue? Oh wait,
If
we
the
can't
church
talk to her.
knows that Aelfric's been abducted, why haven't the Knights of Seros done anything? I know you're all doing your best. I just hope it'll be enough. We can't afford to lose him.
Hey.
Is this where the oh, that, yeah, here it is. But no, this isn't it. Guess she's mysterious woman.
There is danger here, because we could be attacked. But the same danger is there for me on the surface. The only way to leave the danger is to disappear.
Oh my.
Oh my. Hello down there.
Aelfric dies, this will go right back to being the garbage dump it was before. Won't matter too much for an old codger like myself, but the kids, it'd be hard to see their hopes for the future crushed.
I bet the Ashen Wolves could keep things managed, perhaps. Try to fill in the position. But where was that garbage room? I don't think I checked it this time. Even though we were technically just here, I mean, I think it still counts as a different chapter. So we might be missing out, because it might have updated with some new stuff.
Is that so?
Ash hangs around there. Okay, maybe we... Oh, here it is. It's nice if they tell us what it can be forged into. I think I bought someone an iron bow, and I guess I could have just done that.
To be honest, I'm surprised. I know.
Yeah, okay, that's what you talked about. It's nice how there's always places to proceed to the battle anywhere you might be. Uh-oh.
Let's not deny that there's a connection between us.
Connection?
How about you and me have ourselves a little date, huh? It only happens when I'm being a little greedy. When the bell strikes midnight, meet me out front at the Holy Mausoleum. My only condition is that you arrive promptly after midnight, and not a moment before. What say you? All will be revealed when you arrive. Nobles have nearly killed one another fighting for my affections, you know. Perhaps you won't get all you want out of me. But I'll promise you a fun time regardless.
What the heck is this?
I'll see you tomorrow night, friend. Don't stand me up.
Your Grace, please reconsider. The chalice is among the Church's greatest treasures, akin to even the hero's relics.
I am well aware, which is why I have already dealt with the matter. Consider this. The hero's relics are fearsome weapons imbued with great power. On the contrary, the chalice has long lost the power it once possessed. It is little more than a token of history.
If that is so, then why is it still considered such an important artifact?
It was created for a sacred purpose. To use the blood of the four apostles to return the goddess to our world. Their blood.
Wait, she is only just now putting it together?
Something the matter?
I thought she was better
I
than
have
that.
an urgent mission for you. Investigate the origins of the Ashen Wolves. Start with their enrollment forms for the Academy.
Yeah, right
Keep
there.
an eye
They're
out for falsified documents.
falsified.
Yes, of
Okay, I
course.
guess that could be the reason.
Understood.
Before you begin, summon all Aris at once. I have new orders for the knights.
She's gonna have him try to kill at least one of them, so they don't have any more blood.
If I am correct, we haven't a moment to lose. Another tragedy is soon to transpire.
That
crumbly old
Hey,
chapel
wait a
somewhere
sec.
nearby,
Okay,
or
never mind.
what?
I can play little part here, save perhaps as a bargaining chip for our dear Aelfric.
Getting yourself captured instead? That wouldn't be good at all, Constance.
I think we should be more worried about B's appearance.
Huh?
I mean, he's got way more,
What does that mean?
life experience than the rest of us. And all that life experience makes you look more like a knight than a student, B.
You saying I'm old, pal? Don't forget, you're speaking to the ageless king of grappling.
She's not
So
wrong,
did we,
Balti.
like,
There's a pretty big age
go
gap
to the
between you two.
mausoleum?
You're friends with Hilda's older brother, right? That explains your maturity. You make Hubert look like a spring chicken.
Can it, will ya? Anyway, I'm wearing a school uniform. No way in hell they'll think I'm a knight.
Yeah, and anyone wearing a school uniform is without a doubt a student.
To be honest, for a good while, I actually did think you might be a knight. Who made your uniforms and set up the Ashen Wolf House, anyhow?
If I might so humbly interject.
I
that
thought
would
we
be
knew that.
Aelfric.
He pulled everything together for us, sometime after he was appointed as the Guardian of Abyss. Said he wanted to give former students who were expelled from the academy somewhere to live, somewhere to belong. Of course, all of this was established long before any of us were in the picture.
Perhaps. After hearing all of that, it's not as unbelievable as I thought.
All I know is that he helped me, so I'll help him.
I strongly doubt that I shall factor into Aelfric's retrieval, but I shall follow your lead.
There it is. We owe Aelfric. Maybe your goddess doesn't care about debts, but my fists and I sure do.
Sorry to have roped you into all this, friend. We owe you. Just stick with us a bit longer, won't you?
This is great! Has me ready to get to it and start hitting things.
They all nod in unison. I told you I'm not interested, pal.
How cheeky. Me? Never. Although, ever since I was a kid, I've lived my life by one rule. That I'd only play my hand if I was guaranteed victory. I've gotten this far by using my cunning in any way necessary. Lying, cheating, even killing when there was no other way. But this next play? Well, the odds don't exactly seem to be in my favor.
Guilty
Not
conscience,
unless you
eh?
trust me enough to provide me with an ace.
Not really.
Never you mind, friend. Let's just go.
I know why he was flirting with us and trying to get us to do some stuff in the mausoleum. It's so that we'd develop a whatchamacallit. There's a word for it. It's bond, but well, anyway, just manipulation. Oh, there's the crazy guy.
At last you've arrived. You certainly took your sweet time.
My flock, why have you come?
Save you, of course. You didn't really think we'd just up and abandon you, did you?
If I may be so bold, we have the chalice you seek. Might I humbly request that you return Aelfric?
You found the chalice? When I told you of it, I never imagined you'd...
Let's make sure it's not some cheap imitation. Hand it over.
Not
how
until
exactly
you
would you
hand over the
verify it?
hostage. There needs to be some degree of a trusting exchange here.
I can see you don't understand your own predicament. We've no issue killing the lot of you and taking it either way.
What makes you think you
I
can?
can't tell if this guy's ears are stuffed with wool or if he's just this stupid.
Can't say
I
I'm
guess he must have a
surprised.
bunch of people
Things like
behind.
this aren't about to show us any gesture of sincerity.
Yuri, stand down. Leave me. Take the chalice and flee. You must. It is irreplaceable. You must not hand it to these brigands.
You know us better than that. We didn't come here without a plan. Do your thing, Happy.
Wait, do what thing?
What a surprise, we're gonna summon monsters
Seriously? Right now?
to act as chaos.
Now, Happy.
Who didn't see that gonna happen?
Fine, fine, fine.
Her sigh. She...
I've got to say, that sigh of hers never gets old.
Yeah, glad you like the show. It's not like it's a gift I asked for.
Where did that thing come from?
That freak!
Absolute cowards. How entertaining. Balthus, will you do the honors?
Leave it to me, boss. I got
damn. Is he grappling with the bird?
Hey, Balthus, quit screwing around. Oh. Wow. It flew off of him. I'll sort it out. At least we got Aelfric back in one piece. Now to handle these fools.
Cheap party tricks. Let's make these children scream.
And then we'll kill Princess Corin. I think that's him. Ah. Okay, so we summoned a monster to scare off all his men, but not all his men ran away. I guess that's about typical. Oh, here it is. Got him in this corner. And his things are all broken up because he's been fighting with Balthus. But Balthus apparently hasn't taken any damage. For that matter, the bird hasn't taken any damage. It just happens to have all its things broken. It can't move. That's a weird setup, but okay. He has all his weapons, right? Yeah, it's not like they were stripped from her or anything. And on top of that, he only has 2 life bars. I wonder if he's actually just, maybe this is just a weak monster. Like, it has broken windows like this because it's actually just isn't strong, and it has nothing to do with fighting with Balthus. Just, he might fight with this thing, but that doesn't mean it's only going to have 1 health bar, or 2, but 1 extra health bar. Yeah, it looks like it isn't going to move, so we really don't need to do anything with it. What we could do is maybe Balthus focuses on getting out of here. Oh, I don't know. That's interesting. We're not fighting the or maybe there's 2 commanders. Yeah, there he is. That's interesting. If we want to open this chest, we need to get him out of there, or give a flyer a key. They go right here, and then fly out there so that he can't get them. Which that's why they have these bows here, so that you can't do that easily. Yeah, they got 4 of them. You know, to make sure you actually have to fight everybody. Alright, well, we got some armored people here. So that we know where we want to put our magic. The way I figure it, these guys are probably going to rush us, and these guys are probably guarding the way to over here, so they're not going to fight. So what we want to do is make sure we can take these guys out, and then take these guys out so we can get rid of this side of the map. So really we just want to focus on this top side as best we can, so we can find a defensible... Well, so we aren't fighting a 2-front war, and since, you know, it seems easier to take out this group and this group and this group than it is to try and take this group, and then they'll have a whole bunch of reinforcements behind them, and we should try to take out, you know, this top side, like I said before. I don't really know what's going on with this would suspect it'll eventually start moving. And we have the choice to either have Balthus start attacking it, or what I think I'm going to try to do is have him just kind of stay in a corner. And then maybe, since it's a yellow unit, we can get it to attack the reds. Speaking of which, they're like level 33. Okay, so the average level here is 33. So I think we're kind of catching up. Maybe not. Some of us are. 26. Wait a sec. Oh, there's Aelfric. Interesting. Let's see. I could have him try and kill one of these guys and then retreat far enough to avoid the axe. Or I could just have him wait by the tree to defend, and then that makes it more likely that he's going to dodge. That's the more defensive strategy, this is the more offensive strategy. Although this offense, if he can like one-shot one of them, it's kind of like a strong offense is a good strong defense. We target this one because he's not in the trees, and then retreat. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, no, I guess we can't avoid the axe, so we'll just stick to this tree then. So that'll draw their attention in, while these guys go around this way. I presume they will anyway. I probably should just put people in their arrangements instead of going over all of this, because I'm just going to end up having to think through this again at the beginning of the next part, because obviously we're not going to do any fighting right now. I think we're pretty good then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If she doesn't manage to kill him, he could stand here to get attacked. Well, or if she doesn't manage to kill him, he could stand in these trees and then be pretty much actually, he's probably already invincible against them. He should probably have Nosferatu equipped, and then stand either here to be able to get this one, or not. I guess now'd be a good time to have a armor cutter, or whatever that's called. Cutter. It's not armor cutter, but it's something like that. Armor slayer. And we have all this rubble right here, so we have this person. She can come and attack them, and he can do the same, and she can canto. So we can probably take these guys out. I bet. And we just have to worry about these guys, and the guys. I'm coming from over here. I'm wondering if I shouldn't have like Edelgard down here instead, since they have these guys down here as well. I don't really like this guy. And if he decides to charge at us along with the group, I don't like that. Although he might not. He might want to stay on the heal tile. Although, he at least has movement, so it's not like he's a boss that outright, you know for a fact they aren't going to move. Ooh, a large bullion. Well, in any case, I think we're good to go here. I think we have a pretty good setup right now. So we'll start utilizing it in the next one. And I'll probably go over it again, because I will have forgotten how it is that we're set up and what the logic is. I'll look it over and be like, oh yeah, I'm beginning to remember I went over this, but at least initially I will have forgotten. So we'll look that over in the next one. Maybe we want her here, because if he's just going to go over to the trees, see, he'll be able to have more space to canto with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Since he's just going to go here, he doesn't need to be there. That happens a lot in Heroes. Alright. So, see you then. Bye.